first start by securing your thread to the hook. Wrap it back to about 2/3 the length of the shank, snip off the excess, and then bring your thread back up to just shy of the eye. The first thing we're going to tie in are the legs. What we did is doubled over our rubber legs and we're tying them in just behind the eye, and then we're going to actually secure in all the rubber material all the way back to just past the bend of the hook, and then we're going to snip those clean so they're even in length. And next we're going to add the dubbing. Brown olive is the color that we've chosen for our skwalla pattern, and now we're just going to dub some of that onto our thread and begin to wrap it up the body about 2/3 the length of the shank. And once you've dubbed about 2/3 the length of the shank, bring your thread forward to just behind the eye, and that's when we're going to secure down our foam. Secure it down nice and simply right behind the eye, making sure not to cut the foam, and then wrap it back to that 2/3 point, making sure that the foam is not going to swerve around the shank of the hook. Once that's nice and secure, add a little bit more dubbing back to that 2/3 point where we're going to keep our thread at and pull back, creating the head of the skwalla with the foam. Secure it down at that 2/3 point and then snip the back a little ways behind the body of the skwalla. And now add a few more legs, tying them in right on top of the shank of the hook, on top of the head of the skwalla. Secure it down with a few security wraps and then put them in place, and then snip them down to size. Make a few minor adjustments if you need to, and then now it's time to add a little bit of high-vis foam on top of the skwalla pattern itself. And now, just to make sure we keep the underbody consistent, we're going to add a little bit of dubbing, wrap it around the thorax of the skwalla, and then whip finish. Once you've whip finished, snip off the excess thread and snip down the high-vis foam so that there's just a little bit up top. And then we're going to trim the back of the foam so that it creates more of a wing shape. And when that's complete, you have yourself a foam skwalla.